Under Alaska law, health classes should include lessons on domestic violence prevention, first aid drug abuse education, and other issues. But a group of Alaskan youth say there is a missing topic that should also be taught: mental health. In 2018, high school junior Natalie Frazier created mental health advocacy through storytelling, also known as MHATS. The youth-led organization aims to destigmatize mental health through storytelling.
And one time I was at a party and I turned to someone and I said, "Hey, do you think I'm depressed?" It was kind of a joke, but, not really. And they laughed, because I guess it was a joke to them. And they said, "Well, aren't we all?"
The general idea is that storytelling is a way to connect to other people, to build empathy. And also, one of the most pressing issues a lot of teenagers are facing today are struggles with mental health.
The group meets twice a month, focusing on mental health advocacy and developing their personal stories, which they share at their own citywide storytelling events.
I was asked to attend a meeting to talk about NAMI and mental health among youth, and I was really impressed with the way that the organization and the youth handled themselves there, and ended up becoming the adult advisor.
So you're going to hear some personal stories here tonight, and we ask that you honor the following statement: that what's said here stays here, and what's learned here leaves here.
The group models their storytelling events after nationwide shows like the Moth, where people recount life experiences in front of a live audience.
Each time, about 50% of the attendees were students, and that's really important for them to hear their peers up on the stage telling these stories. So that impact, busting stigma among their peers.
And we invite mental health organizations to table, and we always have some pretty awesome donations for door prizes. It's a great show, yeah.
For the storytellers, getting on stage in front of a live audience starts with a lot of anxiety, but soon becomes empowering.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. So terrifying. Very, very nerve-wracking, especially considering the audience was full of my peers and people who know me in the community. As soon as I got on stage, it felt really good, and it was an amazing experience.
I mean, it's such a personal story, and you have to be vulnerable.
I would never want to not be scary, because anyone who's dealing with a mental health issue or mental illness, the scariest conversations are talking to people and saying, "This is going on in my life and I need help."
But bringing the community together to hear youth stories was only part of the plan.
We decided early on, before there was even any talk of this, that we wanted to focus on mental health education.
That's where House Bill 181 comes in.
So the House Bill 181 is basically a bill that would mandate mental health education in public schools in Alaska, K through 12, and it is going to build off the curriculum that 8th grade ASD schools currently have.
As MHATS and NAMI began developing the legislation, they got the attention of Representative Matt Clayman of District 21 in West Anchorage.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the committee. Thank you for hearing House Bill 181. I'm Representative Matt Clayman, representing West Anchorage.
This type of legislation was already on his radar, but now he knew some Anchorage teens who could advocate for it.
And was just impressed that here are young adults telling very, very personal stories that really communicate the need and why we need support for mental health treatment and understanding of mental health challenges here in Alaska.
On February 17th, members of MHATS joined Representative Clayman at the state's capitol to present the bill to the House Education Committee and provide personal testimony.
The idea is that they would then need to, within a 1 or 2 year period, to update the standards for mental health, or for health education, to include mental health education.
As the members of MHATS continue to work to get House Bill 181 passed in Alaska, they look to the future of their organization and its impact on youth in the community.
Certainly the work for MHATS will not be done with this bill, right? So maybe we want to start talking about passing legislation around youth age of consent to seek treatment, or making sure that we have counselors in every school.
We are always looking for new people to be storytellers, so sharing their own experience with mental hardship in high school.
But MHATS is here to stay. We really feel like it's an important mission, and we're a place for people to tell their stories.
For the Alaska Teen Media Institute and Student Reporting Labs, I'm Rowan Pickard.
Well, wouldn't it be nice